did that so you all wouldn't make that mistake. I hit it with a flapper disc. There's a whole lot of cutting going on. Might have a bit of a gap to jump. Put myself in the eye with that. Look at the buggers. Good. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're back on the trailer build. Before we go any further, I managed to locate some steel at Cumin Salvage in Chatham. And here's what I picked up. I got 3 10-foot pieces of 3x3 steel tubing. As we get going on here, you're going to notice a couple things, and you might as well just start now and refer to me as Backtrack Freddy, because that 2x2 that I put in here and across and then to the front that I was going to run all the way to the back, not here no more. I just cut it out. Why? Well, I decided to go something a little heavier, and we're going to run this 3x3 all the way to the back, and then we're going to come off the sides here, tie it all together. This used steel, I think I paid, I want to say just over $3 a foot for it. So it was about $118 for 30 feet. I don't know the price of steel. That might be a little steep. I haven't got a clue. Nevertheless, I needed it, so here we are. So this being our main beam, we are 16 inches. We are 15 3/4. Same down there, same on the other side there. I just gotta get the ends cleaned up so we can get a decent weld on it. Also, it does sit flush on top of our angle iron, so we'll be welding it to that as well. Let's get moving. This dummy just realized that when you go clean up that steel, you're gonna lose your marks, so you're gonna be measuring it all over again. I did that so you all wouldn't make that mistake. You might as well clean it, then measure it, then you're good to go. Watch me do it twice. Now this was already cleaned from last time. Put that into place. Bring that over on the mark. On the mark. We got this main beam lined up where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna get it tacked in. I'm gonna go clean up the other side. Alice makes a great camera holder. Well, the left one is all tacked up. We're going to measure up this one here to make sure it's the right, that'd be the right one. We're going to measure up the right one to make sure it is straight. We're going to hit it with a flapper disc to get rid of some of the dirt and rust so we get a decent weld on it, and then we're going to weld it in. Once I get the tops done, I'll then climb underneath and get the bottom side. But for now, I'll get this one done and I'll be right back to you. Well, we are welded up right where we want them, all the way along, so next thing we got to do is square up these ends. As you see, they're cut on an angle, and then we're going to extend them right to the back of the trailer. The 2 10-footers are welded in. Now we're just going to cut the pieces to extend it all the way to the back. So we're going to cut this off here. Actually, we're going to make 2 of those. So we're going to put one on this side here, and we'll tie it all in at the back here. Bring you all over here, see what we got. Too bad, we have to clean up that edge right there. Yeah, we might have a bit of a gap to jump there. That's not bad, we can jump that gap. Ain't no gap we won't attempt to jump. Everything's cleaned up, ready to be welded in place. So let's get her tacked in. Make sure it's where we want it. Then we'll weld the whole thing in. One thing I do need to get is a full face shield, just a shield for when I'm cutting this steel up, because man, there is steel flying everywhere. Steel pieces, steel slivers, no good. Don't want none of that stuff in my eye. So I gotta get a full shield. The other thing I'd like to get is a grinder, battery powered grinder. A lot easier than playing around with these cords. Anyway, enough whining. Let's get this tacked up. Alright, let's look past the boogers here and look at this gap we got. That's quite a gap. I'm going to try something that I seen on Bad Chad. Now he makes it look easy. Guys, I'm no welder. You guys that are welders know exactly what this is, but I'm no welder, as you can tell. I'm going to take a coat hanger. I'm going to lay it in there. And then I'm going to weld it. Basically, you're using the welder? No. Basically, you're using it. Get out of here. Poke myself in the eye with that. Basically, you're using the coat hanger as filler. See if we can make this work. Alright, so look and see where we're at. Look at the buggers. But does it fill it? Yes, it does. We get this looking a little more presentable. I'll be right back. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, not bad. That was a 1/4 inch gap. We got it filled in with a coat hanger. Thanks, Bad Chad. Mind you, I don't weld like Bad Chad. He welds a lot better than I do. That's about all the time I got to work today. We made quite a distance. No, we made it quite a ways today. We got the main beams in. I got to finish welding them up. That'll be tomorrow. And then I think we're going to paint it. I've been telling you for a while now we're going to paint it. We still ain't got around to that yet, but I do have the paint. Anyway, I'll see you all in the morning. Well, it's the next morning, and I've already went ahead and got some of those buggers that I call welds tidied up. We're about to put in the... Sorry, I see something coming from my left. We're about to put in a cross member. You know, if you can see that mark right there, I measured back 92 inches from the front to here. I'm going to cut this piece down here. We'll weld it in there. Just one across there. I may or may not. Maybe not. I got a fair bit of small 2x2 left over. And oh yeah, this stuff right here. And I may cut a couple, put like 3 along this edge here, between here and the other side. Now it is held on with this angle iron here that's welded pretty good, but you got it to use it, or is it overkill? Might be overkill, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So let's get that piece measured and cut, welded in, and I think we're going to be moving on. Got my sidekick Chubbs. Hey buddy, you helping? Alright, let's see how close our cutting was. Nice. See, almost. I do use the term almost. I think I knew what I was doing. Not break them all off now. Right there. one little tack on the other side. You know what, I gotta put another one on there or I'm gonna lose it. Alright, let's get the helmet on. Alright, that side's not going anywhere. Get the other side done and we'll be right back. We're going to need this. We're going to need those. And we're going to need this. I'm done lying to you. That's right, folks. Welcome back to another one. Listen, I've been telling you for probably the past couple videos now and days that I've been filming those videos that it's time to paint the trailer. Well, it's still not ready. However, the weather is forcing my hand. I got some boogers I got to patch up, but that's okay. We'll get to that. But it's a beautiful day outside. Look out there. That's a beautiful day, and it's warm. You can see I'm not wearing a coat. I got to get that done today. It is supposed to get cold tomorrow, and also possibly rain tomorrow. The challenge is going to be, one, today's going to be the wind. Two, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but there's a lot of leaves flying through the air because of the wind. But if it sticks to it, it sticks to it. You're not going to see that at 80 going down the road. Let's get to it. Now if we look over this, we got a bunch of dirt, rust, and crap on there. So we're just going to go over that nicely with a death wheel. And we're going to try not to kill ourselves doing it. We're going to try not to make an unnecessary trip to the hospital. Try and make it look pretty. Well, we're done with the wire wheel. And like I said, I got more welding to do, but it's just a matter of grinding the paint off and welding it up and then painting it over again. Not a big deal. Just gonna get this here wiped down and we're gonna slap some paint on it. All right, we are wire wheeled and wiped down. It is time for the paint now. I'm probably going to mix this in here. By mix it, I mean pour it into the tray. There's 6 little kittens out front that would like nothing more than to help me do this. And it's also going to be a challenge keeping them off of it. So we're going to have a bunch of black poppers running around. And of course, we don't want them licking this stuff because, you know, I may have partaked in eating paint as a child. Most of us probably have. Could explain for a lot of things. But nevertheless, we're going to get this trim clad semi-gloss black into the tray and get painting. Now the only place you're really going to see the paint is on the outside of the trailer. I'm basically just painting the whole thing to just try and protect it a little bit. Now we're going to get this from here to the trailer without painting something we don't want to paint. Here we go. Maybe. You're going to sit there? You're not going to sit there, are you? You're going to have to sit there. I think it's going to be safe to start in the middle and work my way out rather than try and climb over the outer sides to paint the middle. See, look at me go. I'm thinking. It don't happen often. I'm gonna go set you guys over there on Alice so that I can do this with both hands instead of just one hand and get this thing done. We are just about done. I think we're only going to put one coat on here. Trim cloth's covering pretty good. I kind of keep some of the leaves and stuff off of here. Remember guys, we're not hauling Lamborghinis with this thing. Otherwise I'd put two coats on. Just trying to make it look a little bit better than what it does, that's all. You okay? You good? Whew. Well, that didn't take very long at all. I'm probably guessing about 35 minutes or so. Maybe give or take an hour. Anyway, here's what we got. We are all painted up. I didn't paint the axles. I don't really care about that. But we got everything painted up, complete with camo. It's not just leaves stuck to the tank. Camo. And we got a little bit of it all the way around here. Up in the front. And we painted everything right up to here. Only because I'm not sure what's going to go on with here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But for the rest of it, it's all painted up. But I had to get it protected because the cold's coming and the rain's coming. Yeah, now we just got to keep the cats off it. If I see a bunch of black little paw prints all over the porch, I'll know they've been in it. There's Snickers and Sergio. You guys don't mind staying away from the trailer? It's got some wet paint on it, okay? Thanks, appreciate it. The one we do got to worry about though is Stella. She doesn't like people touching her. Stella, you mind staying away from the trailer? Good talk. We got to let this dry and then we're going to wire it up and hopefully sorry, Stella just attacked Louie over there. Sorry, never mind, I'm easily distracted. We're going to let this dry up, and then I think tomorrow, if it's not pouring rain or freezing cold, we're going to wire up the lights. That's the plan. Maybe a little less windy too. See how much paint we used. Not sure if you can see that. Not even half a quart. We got enough there for a second coat if I choose to. Right now I don't choose to.